What's up? It's Luke, and I want to talk about why I think MicroStrategy is set for an explosion in price in the next few weeks. And I just want to start off by saying that this is not financial advice. First off is Microsoft rejected the proposal to buy Bitcoin. This was expected, but I just want to say that this is a big mistake. And when they do end up buying in, which will be over $1 million, they will regret not looking into it earlier, and so will every other company. But either way, the next thing is MicroStrategy is looking like a guaranteed addition to the QQQ. They might have already been informed behind the scenes, and basically this is Bloomberg Intelligence is saying that they are going to get added. They're going to have a 0.46% allocation, and we'll have 2 billion worth of inflows into the QQQ and all of the other indexes that follow the QQQ. And this is obviously very bullish for MicroStrategy in the next 2 weeks because 2 billion will need to be reallocated in a short amount of time. And if Saylor has already been informed behind the scenes, he is now in the blackout period where he cannot dilute and he cannot sell shares, which might be part of the reason why, after a few weeks of downtrend, MicroStrategy is finally starting to perform. And another thing is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin in 2020, the same time frame that we are in right now. This is Thanksgiving of 2020. It was getting to, the price climbed to 19,000, just about to hit 20,000, which is a mental barrier. And then it crashed, came back, and then in the early first few weeks of December, it kind of just crabs, goes sideways, and then by the 12th, it starts its rally for the next few days to the 20th, up 25%, going to $25,000 just about. And if you look at what's happening right now, this is the exact same time 4 years later, one cycle later, where in Thanksgiving, we have a crash because the mental barrier is 100K. We come back, go sideways for a while, and now the 11th and 12th, we should see a run up toward getting towards December 20th. I think we could see a 10 to 20% climb from here up to 125,000, very similar to last cycle. And this would also help MicroStrategy over the next couple weeks. All of this bullish news is basically going to cause a slingshot for MicroStrategy. And this is because their NAV multiple has been suppressed over the last few weeks. And if you don't know what the NAV multiple is, it is basically the premium you are paying for their stock. If they own 50 billion worth of Bitcoin and their company is trading at 100 billion, their MNAV would just be 2. And Saylor is basically using this and kind of keeping this in a controlled range for now, where if it gets over a certain point, he's suppressing it by diluting and buying more Bitcoin. But once they get informed behind the scenes that they are going to get included, and while the reallocation is happening, they cannot dilute. And we could see this MNAV multiple start to expand pretty quickly due to the long suppression that we've had, and also due to Bitcoin's expected rally over the next few weeks. So what would this mean for the price? If Bitcoin goes to 125,000, currently, if the NAV didn't change, we could still see an increase to $500, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we could see the NAV range from 3 to 5 due to suppression over the last few weeks, which you can read the chart for yourself. This would be crazy for the price of MicroStrategy. And the second that Saylor is out of the blackout period, he would instantly hit the ATM. And part of me thinks that Saylor kind of wants to put off the buy and let this run up, because the longer he lets this run up, the more accretive the next buy will be. And I think we could see it run to 4 at the maybe 5 at the top. But somewhere in this range is, I think, very likely coming soon. And again, this is not financial advice. This is just my analysis of the situation. So yeah, if you found this interesting, just subscribe.